A little over a year ago, I started a series learning piano on this channel. I was super hyped about it. It felt like a whole new era for me. I was posting updates, practicing every day. I learned a good majority of my scales and all this different stuff, but then suddenly, the series disappeared. No new episodes, no explanations, and this is what finally made me want to bring it back again, but more on that in a second. Alright, so as you know, if you were following, I was really on the grind. I was learning my scales, I started to learn some chords, I even started an ambient project where I was releasing songs that I just made from scratch on the keys, and back then I was using the OG AstroLab, the 61 key joint, and just using it every day, bro. I mean, remember the video I did with my guy Oliver Malcolm? That was the one that really changed everything for me. I had the AstroLab on my lap on the weekends, watching movies, just running through scales, and I was definitely getting somewhere. But the problem is, at the end of the day, I am a full-time music producer slash content creator, whatever you want to say, and my job is to make beats and release them and make videos. So that's kind of what I do. So when I was doing the piano series, I was able to do all that kind of stuff, but when I was actually sitting down to make music, I was struggling, I'm not gonna lie, because I took the push off of my desk and I was mostly using either a MIDI keyboard or the AstroLab to make stuff. And my skill set just wasn't up to par with the stuff I actually wanted to make. So the music I was making to release in that time was suffering, I'm not gonna lie. So ultimately it became a thing where it's like, oh, I need to release a song in like 2 weeks. Let me do something right now. I'm sitting down fumbling on the keys, figuring out chord progressions and all that stuff, when I could be chopping up samples, you know what I'm saying? Where I could just grab something from Splice, reverse it, chop it up, and have a banger on my hands. Or put the push 3 back on the desk and just start making shit with shapes. So ultimately, I slowly started to gravitate back to using the push 3. So the piano off my desk, out of the way. So now every time I'm reaching to make a beat, I'm reaching for the push. I'm reaching for samples. Realistically, once I started doing that, I should have known that was when the end was near, because I'm gonna keep it a bean. I might have ADHD, so it's kind of like I was able to keep practicing because it was set up in that way. Having the AstroLab ready to go, always plugged in, and forcing myself to create with it was honestly one of the sole reasons why I was keeping up with practice. And once that element was removed and the push was back on my desk, I'm back to just making beats like this, doing my thing, how I used to be, and I slipped right back into that. And slowly but surely, I started practicing less, I started caring less, content got in the way, brand deals got in the way, other business things got in the way. I don't know about you, but when something is not on my right in front of me, it may as well Thanos snap, not even exist. And that brings me on to the actual topic of today's video, and that is the AstroLab 37 that literally just came out. Arteria actually sent this to me a few weeks ago, and it made me realize that perhaps it's not too late to bring the Learning Piano series back, and here's why. So here it is in all its tiny glory. So pretty much, I like to think of it as like a digital synth. It is a hardware standalone, I believe they call it a stage piano, and it basically has like AstroLab built in. It has like 1800 presets. So as you can see here, you know, we just got all these presets. Piano. Let's see if we know any chords still. You know, we got some strings here. So basically having this in this much smaller form factor has actually inspired me. Not to mention all of the comments from you guys telling me to continue the series definitely has been motivating me as well. So thank you for that. But ultimately with the AstroLab, right? Picture the videos from back in the day where I'm learning that stuff on the couch watching anime. Let's keep it a bean. That was a hassle, bro. Shit was huge. Shit was hella heavy. So for me, like, it's right here sitting there. I just have limited space and I like to keep things minimal. So now I'm thinking this is nothing to bring in on the couch and continue learning scales and chords like that while watching TV. I mean, look at it. You know, it's light, it's small. All I need is a headphone jack and to plug this in. I have a generator so I can be plugged in anywhere. So it's really got me thinking that this removes the friction of what I was doing, which was forcing myself to use this giant 61 key instrument, you know what I'm saying? So not only is this only 37 keys, but they're also like mini keys. They're not full size keys. And I know a lot of people aren't fans of that, but in my opinion, if you're getting something like this that is compact, you want it for the portability, right? You're not expecting to have big keys on a tiny keyboard. And for me, someone with limited space, I appreciate that. I'm someone who buys small gear all the time. OPXY, just in arm's reach. OPXY, high chord, mini chord, OP1 field, Orchid, MicroLab, Ableton Move, which is somewhere else right now because I was using it in the living room. So having something like this where I can plug this into anything, bro. Imagine like the iPad, for example. A lot of people don't want to make beats on iPads or iPhones because once you get, let's say Logic, for example, on iPad, you're missing out on all your plugins, your Lounge Lizard, your Analog Lab, whatever plugins you got, you're suddenly missing that when you're using an iPad. But let's say you have this, now you got your Arturia plugins on any hardware device, whether I'm using the Ableton Move, Ableton Push 3 standalone, and not to mention there's the chord feature. So if I do give up again, at least I got chords, you know what I'm saying? This, coupled with all of your comments, is the spark that may have reignited the passion for learning keys, because the problem still exists. I want to know keys so that I can just be more of a versatile producer. I personally feel like if I knew my way around this, I wouldn't be so reliant on samples. And don't get me wrong, I love sampling. That's like my bread and butter. But if I could sit down and make my own stuff from scratch more often, I could just sample myself. And now we're battling against AI, so having a skill like actually knowing an instrument well is invaluable right now. So I think this is going to be the spark that gets me back on it. And I want you guys to, one, let me know in the comments what you think, and two, help hold your boy accountable, because it's tough, bro. So perhaps we start a little community. I'm gonna pin a comment. Let me know who's still around and trying to learn keys as well. Perhaps we could put together some kind of group or something where we can genuinely every week be like, hey guys, here's what we're learning. That could be sick. Let's see if we can cook something up real quick, like on beat with the AstroLab, and let's see where your boy has left off. We're gonna have to go back to looking up chords. E minor scale. We get an F minor 7th. We can get a G major 7th. Oh wait. Huh? Huh? Did that do, was that something? Okay. I don't know, bro. Like, it's kind of ass, but like, you see where I'm coming from. That was the process of me trying to make beats as someone who was actively learning. So it can be a struggle when you're actively on your musical journey / career and you're also trying to learn something new as a part of that process, and that's what I was going through. Speaking of my music journey, I want to give a quick shout out to the channel sponsor, DistroKid. Learning how to make music is one thing, but putting it out is a whole nother beast in itself, and for me, I've used DistroKid to release almost every single song you've ever heard from me. And if you've been living under a rock and you don't know what DistroKid is, it's pretty much the best way to get your music out there on all streaming platforms. We're talking Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, Deezer, everything. For just $25 a year, you can upload unlimited songs and get your music up on stores 10 times faster than other distributors. And the best part about it is you keep 100% of your earnings. So if you're serious about releasing your music, definitely check out DistroKid. I have an affiliate link in the description. It supports the channel and you get a discount. It's a win-win. Now back to the video. All right, so am I bringing the Learning Piano series back or not? That's the question that I am trying to wrap my head around. Honestly, if I get enough comments from you guys saying that I should, that might be the nail in the coffin that really pushes me to do it. But I'm not gonna lie to you, just having this in a smaller form factor is almost enough to get me right back on that horse. I think I just need to figure out the next best step to go at it. I definitely need to brush back up on my scales, but my main issue was playing chords one after the other. Perhaps I do some more collab videos like Sarah the instrumentalist, for example. She was putting me onto some piano knowledge game. So perhaps I can start going back out and meeting with people and making learning piano a priority in my life again. So if you'd be interested in that, let me know in the comments. Make sure you hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for the next episode in the series. So yeah, I'm L.Dre. This is the AstroLab 37 by Arturia. It gets the stamp of approval for me. I'm rocking with it for sure. I am a table, don't let anybody tell you what you can or cannot be. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.